Alright, we're filming this video. We're getting it started. This is take 3. Let's go.
When you're leaving, I need you even more than I did before. You had the last word when you walked out the door. You drive me crazy, I want you to stay.
First of all, agua. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alexa and welcome. There's like 204 or 203 of you, so thank you if you subscribed to me. I appreciate you so much. Anyways, today we are going to be doing a little bit of a different style of video than normal. I felt like switching it up a little bit, plus I feel like I had a little bit like of a revelation over the past week. So I'm excited to share it with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's not what I was planning, but sometimes things just don't go according to your plan, and that is perfectly okay. So let's get into it. Hope you guys are settled in, got your little mug of coffee or a warm beverage of some sort, maybe like a tea. I could really go for some tea, but I'm pretty sure we're out. Well, I believe it was back in March when I filmed a video about coronavirus and kind of what it was like living in Wisconsin. That was at a point where it was hitting the United States pretty hard, but it hadn't really hit close to home yet. It wasn't really that bad yet. And we are entering the week in which it is supposed to be the worst. I believe April 15th is supposed to be the worst day in the United States. This is our peak point and what the government has predicted to be our peak point. So we are entering into probably the scariest time of coronavirus. And I remember when I filmed that video, I remember thinking that it would get bad, but it wouldn't get that bad. I wasn't that worried about it. I didn't know anybody who had it, and at that point I was hoping to keep it off of my channel and kind of stay away from it. But now I kind of have a different point of view on it. I kind of think that it's good to talk about it, because not only does it help me to talk about it, I feel like it helps other people that are from different areas than I am. I'm from Wisconsin in the United States, and I think that talking about it isn't such a bad thing, because it brings us all together in a time where we're very spread apart and very separated. So yeah, I'm probably going to be mentioning it a couple times during this video, so if you don't want to see that, I'm very sorry, but we're just gonna keep rolling into the video. So let's get started. Let me change my camera battery quick because it's about to die. As you guys know, I was supposed to be releasing a full week of workouts video today, as I showed you in my April plan with me. I believe I told you guys about it and kind of told you my video plans for the month of April. Okay, it's story time. So when I film workout videos in general, I really like to film them because I feel like it gives me motivation to work out, and it's kind of like the fuel to my fire, and it kind of helps me feel like I'm being very productive, and it kickstarts like the energy inside me. A lot of the workout videos are like the beginning of like the bottom of the hill, and like that little push gets me up the hill and then keeps me there. So if that makes sense. Right before coronavirus hit, I felt like I was really hitting my stride. I was starting to work out at the gym consistently, and I was really getting there. And then coronavirus hit, the gym shut down, everything shut down. The wind had died beneath my sails? Is that a saying? Either way, my sails were not getting any wind no more. So in an effort to revive my exercise routine, I decided I was going to film a workout video for one of the first weeks in April, and that's what I started to do. So on day one, I started with yoga because that is the easiest stepping stone for me. I feel like it was an easy way to start, so I decided to start with yoga. I filmed one day of my yoga and had a really nice flow. Insert yoga footage. Hey guys, happy Saturday. Today we are going to be doing yoga with Adriene. As you guys know from my April plan with me video, that is one of my goals this month, is to finally finish the Yoga with Adriene month-long challenge. I've been feeling really off lately, and I think it has a lot to do with a lot of things. I think partially it's just because life feels really weird right now. I normally hang out with my family a ton, and I've literally barely seen them. I saw my parents from like a distance the other day, and that was like about it. my family and I are super close-knit and just kind of sucks, like literally being here in the same state, like 20 minutes away from them, but not being able to see them because I'm still going to work, I'm still leaving the house, I still could possibly be exposed to the virus. So the whole virus situation is kind of bringing me down. I'm trying to maintain a positive attitude about it, but at the same time it's really hard because I've never seen something like this happen before, and it's kind of scary, to be honest. I think a lot of it is just anxiety, and even just anxiety to do with other people having anxiety. I think it's just mass anxiety right now. So we're gonna start with some yoga. Let's get it started because I'm more than ready, believe me.
Looking for my mother's eyes as I'm staying close to the mirror. A lock of gold, a secret smile, little things I remember. Place a hand upon my heart as her, she was a believer. Sometimes I can feel her arms holding me as forever. Time changes everything, and everything will change in time. Love changes every heart, and any heart can change you. I see in you my mother's eyes, and I lay your head to my shoulder. A lock of gold, a secret smile. I will tell you when you get old.
And then I decided to take the next day and do a leg workout. I did a leg workout by, I believe it's Mad Fit on YouTube. It was very good. I highly recommend if you're into that. And I was very, very, very sore. Hello guys, happy Sunday. Today we are going to be doing an at-home legs and thigh butt workout. I have it pulled up right here. I'll link it down below in the description. But this is the one I'm doing with Mad Fit. This is it on the workout. It says it's going to take approximately 15 minutes. So I'm just going to set it up and go. It'll be nice to be active. Yoga was like a nice ease in yesterday, but honestly, I haven't done anything hard in a minute. So let's go.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some. Feel your body losing up the tension. Baby, did I mention I'll be here for you? And my body show you new dimensions. Baby, did I mention this is what I do? Let it go, lose control like you're on a ride. Let me free your mind. Let me free your mind. Give it up, never stop. Don't be
Holy crap, guys, I'm sweating up a storm. But after that video, it was only about a 15-minute video. It was very good, and I just felt off. I didn't feel like I felt like for some reason where exercise has normally been an outlet for me and helped me maintain my stress, for some reason it felt like it was really feeding into my stress and my anxiety that I've had over the past couple weeks. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately because I feel like they're an easy way to help me get through my day, and two of the podcasts that I listened to recently talked a little bit about exercise and just having routines, etc., etc. And in the first episode, it talked a little bit about how your body holds anxiety longer than your brain does. So I felt like that was really true in my case, and I took a day. I was like, I'm gonna take this day off and kind of just reflect on why I feel like the exercise, I know it sounds stupid, but I felt like that exercise really made me more anxious for some reason. And took a day and listened to some more podcasts, and the first podcast was What We Said podcast, and the second podcast was Kaylin's Coffee Talk podcast. And in her coffee talk, she was talking about her experience in Bali, because she was just in Bali before Corona hit, and she talked about how somebody gave her one of the best pieces of advice that she had ever gotten. So the quote, I pulled it up on my screen so I wouldn't get it wrong, but it's, if you listen to your body when it whispers, you won't have to hear it scream. And I felt like I was at the point where I was like, my body wasn't screaming at me, but at the same time I was like, I could sense that something was off. So I decided to not film this video in the way that I thought I was. I decided that instead of pushing myself to do something that clearly was not even helping me mentally or physically, something that I felt like was making me more off than normal, I actually decided to go on a walk. So I went on a walk that afternoon of day like 3 or whatever, and I felt much better. I felt like my anxiety lowered a lot, and I felt like kind of like how I had when I did yoga, just that reconnecting with nature and that kind of atmosphere, if that makes sense. So I've decided throughout this quarantine and self-isolation, or whatever you want to call it, I'm not going to be working out like I thought I was going to be, because I feel like my body is telling me that that's not what it wants right now. It wants me to drink water. It wants me to go on long walks outside and reconnect with nature. It wants yoga, to do more meditation and just prayer and stuff like that. Very quiet and listening to myself rather than forcing myself through something that might help my physical body but does not help my spiritual or mental body, if that makes sense. So anyways, I thought I'd take some time for this video to kind of talk about that. So I hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy. Here in Wisconsin, it's the worst it's ever been here, but it's nowhere near as bad as places like New York or Florida or California or any of those other really big states. We're nowhere near that, but at the same time, it's starting to hit us hard, but our peak is probably going to be a little bit after the entire country's. It's a little scary not knowing when things will go back to normal, but hopefully they will soon. And I'm just hoping you guys are all staying safe, staying healthy. Make sure you wear your masks and make sure you wash your hands, and I will see you guys next time for a little bit more of an interesting video. I just wanted to share my thoughts today, so thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye.